Hey everyone, good morning. Dennis K here with Belize Islands Real Estate. Hope everyone is doing well today. In the last couple of videos that I've been putting out, I've been discussing what makes a property a good investment as compared to what makes a property just a good deal. There's a big difference. As somebody who is looking for a piece of property to buy now, to build their family vacation home, retirement home on now, say within the next 12 months or 24 months, they can look for a good deal that is a fairly priced property in a nice area that has some benefits and features to it. That doesn't necessarily make a property a good investment, a good financial investment. As I talked about in other videos, what makes a property a good financial investment is if you can get it under market value, and if there's a reason for this particular area to become even more valuable or attractive in the future. So I've been doing some looking for a couple of my clients because some of you are looking for an investment that you can make now that you plan on holding for a while to sell it in the future with seller financing and make a decent return on it. And for those of you who are looking for this, I found two deals. I'm still working out some of the issues with the sellers right now, but issues as regards a cash purchase regarding or compared to financing, things like that. But these lots do have titles, so they do have the much desired land certificate title. So it means they're free and clear and they can be purchased with full ownership. So what I'm going to do now is just go through some slides and show you what I have. So these lots are located north of Secret Beach, all right? And for those of you who've been following my videos for a while now, you know that there's south of the cut and north of the cut. And if you need more explanation on that, I can go into that more detail later as we do our one-on-one Zoom calls. But these two parcels are north of the cut. They are parcels number 8438 and 8437. And these have waterfront on both sides, which would make them outstanding lots. I mean, you talk about the views, the 360-degree views that you would have if you built a house, especially if you elevated it, say 2 stories, maybe 2.5 stories. You could just see forever. You know, the island is so flat, remember, so you would just see all these beautiful inland waters, all the wildlife, plus the entirety of Ambergris Bay. Now, what makes these two lots a good investment, in my opinion, is this. When you look at what has sold in the immediate area, there's been some direct beachfront lots sell recently. So, for example, lot number 439, which, by the way, is the same type of property that has 975 square meters. You can see it there on the map. That sold for $75,000. Now, just on the other side, you can't see these two, but just on the other side of 439 and to the north, you have number 449, which has 690 square meters. That sold for $155,000. And you have lot number 455, which also sold for, let's see, 155, and this one sold for 150. But in particular, look at the sizes. Now, these lots that sold for 150, 155, you look at the sizes there, those are typically sized beachfront lots. So we've had lots just recently sell on the south side of this cut for 170, 175, about that same size. We've had lots sell for 185 that are that size as well, and those are all on the what called west-facing beachfront area. Now, in this immediate area, we also have 2 lots that are still for sale, which we have a lot of interest on. Lot numbers 434 and 437, priced at $159 and $145 respectively. And again, you can see the square meters there, 772, 1,137. Now, I tell you that to provide some sort of comps or comparability. Lot numbers 427 and 426 are huge by Ambergris Bay standards. Look at the size on these. Lot number 427 has 2,218 square meters. And lot number 426 has 1,709 square meters. Those are huge compared to the lots that you can see above. Just massive lots. On the what we would call like the north side, the running waterfront has 166 feet of running waterfront, and then on like the north, what do we call it, the northeast side or the right-hand side, the beachfront there is 54 feet. So nice, big lots. Again, you have water on both sides of the property. Here's a little bit closer up view of the plot map. Lot numbers 427 and 426. And the benefit too, we've talked about this before, is that these lots also have the 66 feet of beach reserve on both sides. So you see the access road there is proposed to be on the right-hand side, the 20-foot access road, but then both on the front and the back properties, you have this beach reserve. So really good deal. Now, how would you access these in the future? Well, there's two proposals being proposed to lot owners in this area. Number one is that I've often talked about the split that exists that sort of separates the north and south sides of the west side of the island. So I'm a firm believer that at some point, as these roads go in, there's going to be a little barge that is pulled back and forth, and that will span that little distance there. So you could drive your golf cart onto the barge, and you could pull it to the other side of the split. The split's only like, 70, 80 feet. And I have a picture here of the way this worked back in San Pedro back in the day, because in San Pedro they also had one of these ferries that were pulled back and forth. So that very well could be a possibility, and I think that's probably the quickest possibility of what we're going to see happen here in the next 4 to 5 years at the most. But another proposal that was just sent to me was to have a road come up from the Palmyra Woods area and go straight up and then over on the peninsula to access all of these lots. That's going to probably take quite a bit of time to get that road built. As many of you know, roads grow organically, but this is very interesting because you can go through that nice solid ground there and then over, curve around to access those beachfront lots. Here's another proposal that was sent to me showing that proposed future road there, again going up from Palmyra Woods, over, curving around to access these properties. So you can see by the size, by the location, these would make an excellent investment if you could get them for the right price. Now, what are the downsides to the property? Well, let me cover those here. I removed, or I took away the overlay. As you can see, these lots need a lot of fill, just a lot of sand, and as do some of these other lots. For example, parcel number 8445, that needed a lot of fill, and the owners did that. They went ahead, had the retaining walls built. I can show you before and after pictures of that if you want. They had the retaining walls built, and they had Armando Granell filled it with sand, so now it's build ready. Okay, so it's not complicated, but you just need to know that going ahead. So these particular properties would need retaining walls built on the front and back sides as to keep the sand in place. So Armando would build retaining walls along the front and back, and then fill that with sand pumped from the seabed. That is what it would take to make these build ready, as we call it. And some other cons, pros and cons, I guess how you look at them, it depends. But these are boat access only lots for now, and they are going to be boat access for the foreseeable future. So that's a con to some people. And also they are off-grid, which are all of these lots. So we understand that all of Secret Beach, all the lots we've sold recently in this area are completely off-grid using solar for power, some wind turbines, generator backup, and then cisterns for rainwater, for water usage. So you can see those there. So why do I feel this is good for some of my clients? Not all, but some. Well, some of you have been purchasing properties looking for properties that you want to build on in the very near future. Others have come to me and said, you know what, I don't think I'm actually going to build on this property, but I want to find something that's a good investment, somewhere I can park some cash. I don't mind putting some cash down, buying a property with cash, such as one of these lots or maybe both of them, sitting on them for a while. And then what I recommend is always having somewhat of a 3 to 5 year plan. Okay, you can go longer than that, but I look and say, okay, what are these properties going to be worth in 3 to 5 years if development keeps taking place the way it is right now in the area? Well, I know of certain developments that are taking place south of here that are going to boost the desirability of these lots. Why? Because the lots south of here are just going to continue to get more and more expensive, and more people are going to be priced out of the market at Secret Beach and on North Secret Beach. So I think once development takes place there, we're going to see the drive and the focus now be on north of the cut, which we already see that happening because some of the lower priced lots north of the cut, one's going for 150, 155. Those are being sold now at those prices. So what I would suggest is if you are interested in one or both of these lots, shoot me an email. Let's jump on a Zoom call and let's talk more about what could be done with these as far as if you're ready to build on them, if you want to build on them, because it's not that they can't be built on right now. We have homes built right now on lots like this. So if this size appeals to you and this area appeals to you, you can certainly have Armando come in, build your retaining walls, fill these with sand, and then boom, put your house up. You can even have one of those nice premier homes, premier home builders, the homes that are built on the mainland and then shipped over. Those homes could be installed very easily on these lots. Or you could buy them with cash now, sit on them, wait for, say, 3 to 5 years, and then go ahead and sell them either for cash or with owner carry financing. So again, if you're interested, hit me up. Send me an email, denniskii@gmail.com. If this interests you, we can jump on a Zoom call here, hopefully in the next 24 hours. I haven't gone too public with these yet, other than, of course, on my YouTube channel, but these aren't listings that I put up on my websites. In fact, I'm debating whether or not to make this public to everyone or just to send them to a few select clients who I know are ready to do something right now with me. I have 3 or 4 clients who are extremely interested in doing something like this. So I will send that to those. But then again, just as a general information to the public, I think I will post this publicly. All right, thanks a lot, guys. Have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. Hit me up on the link below to schedule a Zoom call, and we'll go from there. All right, take care. Talk to you soon.